So we're getting to the end of 2K19, and we got less than a week until NBA 2K20 comes out. So this might be my second to last video of 2K19. I might have this, then one more, and then once 2K20 comes out, we'll start the daily uploads yet again. But in today's video, we're going to be finding out what would happen if we made every player in the NBA play 48 minutes. Shout out to James in my Discord who actually gave me the idea. If you guys want to join my Discord, I'll leave it in the description down below. But anyways, we're in 2K19 right now, and we've made everybody that starts in the NBA play 48 minutes per game. Well, it's not actually starters. I change it around teams so their best players were in the starting lineup, and then those players are going to be playing 48 minutes per game. So it's not going to be exactly the starting lineups. An example of this would be the Clippers. I stuck Lou Williams into the starting lineup because, I mean, he's a great player, and if we didn't have him in there, then it would have been a waste having him on the roster. And we're going to find out what happens, which players are going to do the best, which teams are going to do the best in this simulation. Leave your comments down below on your thoughts on it. Do you think it's going to be similar to how the NBA is normally? These are the updated rosters as well. So we got all the trades, Kawhi, Paul George on the Clippers, all the trades and everything like that. Let's just simulate the season, see how things go. Made it to the end of the season. Giannis is going to be our MVP. We've been seeing that a lot with these new rosters. Zion Williamson, Rookie of the Year, averaging almost 30 points per game, 17 rebounds. That is some insane rookie stats. Sixth Man of the Year goes to Mike Scott. Of course, you can't really have six man in this NBA because everybody's playing 48 minutes. Nobody other than the starters are really going to play. I mean, he did get a few minutes, but not too much because 2K is a little glitchy sometimes. Other players do sub in. Anthony Davis gets Defensive Player of the Year, and Jordan Clarkson gets Most Improved. And he actually averaged almost 26 points per game. Everybody doing very, very well. Brett Brown, Coach of the 76ers, Coach of the Year right there. And we get to check out the All-NBA teams. And these are not what I was expecting. We got Chris Paul, Harden, Giannis, Zion, and Jokic. Zion and Chris Paul, huge surprises right here. Making the first team. Second team makes a little more sense. I mean, everybody should be on there. In the third team, we got another rookie with Ja Morant making it. Curry falling all the way down here as well as Durant. And then we got Blake and Andre both making it there as well. There's the defensive teams and the rookie teams as well. Another thing I will check out is if we go over to League News, All-Star participants. We got Team Giannis as one of the All-Star captains. I'll just scroll down the list to see everybody on this. No really surprises on players making the team at all. LeBron, the other All-Star captain. Kind of surprising Marc Gasol made it on there. Coming to the end of his career, I thought he'd be really struggling with those high minutes, but he still does really good. There's World, USA, three-point contest. We got Curry, Harden, Lillard, Beal, Redick, and Kevin Durant. So a lot of the other players that don't normally start make the three-point contest, but of course this year they weren't able to do so. Dunk contest, we got Donovan Mitchell, Zion Williamson, John Collins, and Terrence Ferguson. Let's check out these standings next here. Conference standings, and this is actually way different than what we normally see when we simulate the season with normal minutes. The Rockets are up on top. We got Trailblazers, Jazz coming after them, then the Spurs. A lot of times the Spurs don't even make playoffs. Then we got the Clippers, Thunder, Warriors, and the Lakers barely squeezing into the playoffs there. Timberwolves, Pelicans close to making it. Look how bad the Nuggets did. They did very, very poor, but these standings are way different than what we see normally. In the East, we got the 76ers, Nets, and Bucks up on top, so this isn't too different from what we normally see. Pacers make it there. The Cavs actually make playoffs, which is very surprising. They do not have the best team at all, but they do end up making playoffs. We got the Celtics making it, okay. And then we got the Celtics. Hawks actually end up making playoffs, and the Raptors are going to be the 8 seed, barely squeezing in there. Pistons, Wizards don't make it in right there. But those are going to be our standings. And then finally, let's actually go over to season stats and go over to the league leaders. Kyrie Irving, points per game leader, averaging 34.7 points per game. Look at the amount of players we have over 30 points. 9 players averaged over 30 points per game. Let's see what the rebounds. 22.2 rebounds per game for Andre Drummond. That is insane. Oh man, look how many players over 15. That is crazy. We have 24 players over 15 rebounds per game. Let's go over to assists next. And okay, this isn't too crazy. People do this playing normal minutes. Look at Rondo, 9.1 points per game, but he had 11.7 assists per game. And we have 9 players over 10 assists per game. Next, let's check out steals first. We got Chris Paul up top there. This stuff isn't too different. Maybe a few more blocks than normal for some of these guys. You know, maybe it's easier to block when everybody's getting all tired. Field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, but also let's go over to minutes per game. So Andre Iguodala was actually the only player in the league to actually play 48 minutes per game. Everybody else went off for a few minutes per game, as you can see here. But everybody over pretty much 44 minutes per game. As you can see, the lowest was Doug McDermott of the Pacers. Other than that, it was Boban for the Mavericks with 41.6 minutes per game. So not everybody played the absolute most. That's just a little glitch with 2K. I'm thinking in the playoffs, this will actually change. And speaking of the playoffs, let's get right into the playoffs and see what ends up happening. So after the first round of the playoffs, we got a few upsets. We got the Cavs actually defeating the Indiana Pacers. That doesn't make sense at all. Philly beats out Toronto. And then we got Brooklyn and Milwaukee, which is not a surprise at all. And then up next, we got the Rockets beating out the LA Lakers. The Lakers not performing well at all. The 8th seed, and they lose to the Rockets. Spurs beat out the Clippers. Utah beats OKC, which isn't surprising. And then Golden State beats Portland. The little upset there, but of course Golden State would be the favorite in real life. And let's see what happens here in round number 2. Looks like we're having some upsets in the West. Let's see what happens in the East. So in the East, we got Philly and Brooklyn. That's expected. And then in the West, we got Houston, which is expected. But then the Utah Jazz, I mean, they're kind of a sleeper team this year. They might do very well this NBA season. And then making the NBA Finals, we got Rockets versus the Brooklyn Nets. I'm just going to simulate game by game here. Brooklyn Nets up 3-0. And the Rockets finally pulling out a game right there. And the Rockets with another W. It's 3-2 now for the Nets. And the Rockets tied up 3-3. We're going to the game 7. Can this be a reverse sweep? We got 1 second left in the game. Brooklyn is up by 3 points. We're going to hop in here. And the Rockets are at the free throw line, which is all right. And they are now down by 2. So I'm thinking they're going to lose this if they inbound this. Yeah, that's going to be a W for the Nets. Everybody did have those Gatorade signs up, though. They were all really tired. And the Brooklyn Nets are your 2020 NBA champions, or 2019, the 2020 rosters. But everybody in the starting lineup played 48 minutes. And I mean, the Nets do have a really good starting lineup. I wouldn't say the best in the league. Wouldn't say they're the most likely to win this, but they do end up winning it in NBA 2K19. And Kyrie Irving gets Finals MVP, beating out Kevin Durant, something that Stephen Curry could never do. And we're going to check out stats as well. Kyrie with almost 40 points per game in the NBA Finals. We'll go over to the playoff stats here and see what crazy stuff went down. Harden almost with 40 in the playoffs as well. Also, a lot more players did play 48 minutes per game in the playoffs right here, which is pretty insane. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you can watch when I upload NBA 2K20 comment. This has been your boy Smequle, though, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone in progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the